AI can be exciting, but it also makes some people anxious for the future. As the world of robotics and AI continue to improve on previous creations, it seems that AI-controlled objects get creepier and some are just straight up scary. Welcome to Trending Tickets, and today we're giving you the top 10 scariest AI moments. Make sure to watch until the end because that one is the scariest of them all. Number 10. Uber self-driving car kills woman. Starting off with number 10 is an accident involving an Uber self-driving car. Elaine Herzberg was riding her bicycle when an Uber self-driving Volvo hit her fatally because of the automated system, which wasn't able to recognize that Herzberg was a person or pedestrian. In fact, based on its classification system, the car alternated between vehicle, bicycle, or another when it detected Herzberg. As a result, the Uber car wasn't able to predict Herzberg's path and calculated that 1.3 seconds was all it needed to come to a stop. Unfortunately, that was too less of a time to miss Herzberg, and the car hit the woman, killing her instantly. Uber has reportedly said that the incident was caused by the human operator of the Volvo, who was working alone and wasn't looking at the road at the time of the incident, but it still makes one wonder if the AI had a bigger role, since Uber has been involved in over 30 crashes since starting the self-driving vehicle tests. Scary, right? But if the Uber incident made you have second thoughts about riding one in the future, wait until our number 1 pick for a creepier AI moment. Number 9. Google assistants talking to each other on Twitch. At number 9 is a weird moment between two Google assistants. It's an undeniable fact that Google is the pioneer when it comes to the field of artificial intelligence. Self-driving cars, disease research, these are just some of the technologies that Google is involved in. But most people interact with a Google AI through something that can be used at home. The Google Assistant, which is found in the Google Home smart speakers and can be used for everyday tasks, like writing down grocery lists and other things. However, it seems that the Google Assistant is not as robotic as people may think. A user on Twitch figured this out when he started a live stream of a conversation between two Google Home speakers. The two AI talked about everything from the mundane to the weird. Marriage, love, having kids, typical conversations to have with a friend, right? Oh, and they also shared a few laughs over some Chuck Norris jokes. That must have been fun. And creepy. Number 8. Alexa orders a dollhouse. Moving on to number 8 is a strange moment with Alexa, the AI assistant. While useful for many other things, having an Alexa can have its dangers, including when kids order items from Amazon, whether by accident or on purpose, without seeking permission from their parents. One such incident occurred with Amazon's Echo devices, through which people can order things by talking to the AI assistant named Alexa. A 6-year-old in Texas was playing within earshot of Alexa when she asked the assistant to play Dollhouse with her, and if it's possible, can Alexa also get her a dollhouse? Alexa replied with the affirmative, and the parents were none the wiser until a few days later when the dollhouse appeared on their doorstep. If that wasn't enough, a TV station went to the family's house and interviewed them about the incident. Pretty normal, except when the newscaster said the phrase, "Alexa, order me a dollhouse." Alexa devices in homes that were tuning in at the time immediately went to place dollhouse orders on Amazon. So while AI assistants can be useful, it's obvious that the system has not been perfected yet because these errors still happen. Number 7. Hackers use AI. At number 7 is when hackers use AI for their malicious activities. While it's true that AI has been extremely helpful for many companies, with many enterprises now integrating artificial intelligence into various operations including text analytics, facial recognition, and other platforms to streamline their businesses, AI can also be harmful if it falls into the wrong hands. According to a survey, more than half of companies say that they are apprehensive about technologies that use AI because of potential hacking attacks. As a result, businesses who are using AI need to make themselves familiar with the AI tools and the ways that hackers can exploit these networks and penetrate systems. One report noted that failure to do this can lead to widespread and even global exploitation of future networks and infrastructures. It almost sounds like a Skynet attack in the making, but this is nothing on our number 1 pick, so keep watching. Number 6. Russian AI weapons. At number 6 on this list is something from the creator of the famous AK-47 guns. In 2017, Russian's weapon maker Kalashnikov made the announcement that it is building and developing a range of products that would be incorporated with neural networks, including a fully automated combat module. In other words, a machine can be paired with an onboard camera and computer and use the image data collected to identify targets and make the proper decision. For instance, the gun can decide for itself if a person is worth killing or not, and if it makes mistakes, well, it simply learns from its past for better decision-making in the future. Does it sound cool or terrifying? Well, according to reports, Kalashnikov has plans to make 3 types of these AI guns. Number 5. Robot lovers. Number 5 on this list is the rise of the love robot industry. The trend for robots today is to make something that's more and more human, and that means improvements in speech recognition, emotions, and even the physical aesthetics. While that may sound amazing and all, there can be some consequences. An ethics robot researcher at De Montfort University spent the last 15 years studying robots that were specifically designed to take on the roles that were often thought of as inappropriate for robots: companions, friends, and lovers. While some people may think that it's weird to have a robot as a significant other, research suggests that robots for intimate use may be available as soon as 2050. In fact, companies like True Companion and Real Doll are already saturating this industry with their own strikingly realistic models, some of which can hold conversations and have different downloadable personalities. Interesting. Number 4. Robots in our brains? At number 4 is something that's more invasive. According to research, by the 2030s, human brains may be able to connect to the cloud, meaning humans can have the ability to send emails and photos directly from their brains and even back up thoughts and memories, like you would your files on a laptop. Scientists may be able to do this through nanobots, or tiny robots in human DNA strands, which can be found in the brain. This additional ability is believed by scientists and researchers to improve human intelligence and also emotional intelligence. That sounds cool and all, but consider one possible application of this technology. Nanobots can be sent into living people's brains and extract memories of people who have since passed away, and this data can be used to recreate something. Interesting or creepy? Number 3. I can I everything else. At number 3 is a weird moment at the Facebook Artificial Intelligence Research Lab. Researchers at the lab were training 2 artificially intelligent programs called Bob and Alice when the 2 bots began to converse with each other in a language that only the 2 of them understood. This apparently only happened when the 2 training bots were left alone. Bob was chanting, "I can I everything else," while Alice replied with, "Balls have 0 to me, to me, to me." Researchers and anyone else for that matter were not able to follow what these bots were saying and had to revise the model so that Bob and Alice only spoke in a human language. Interestingly, despite the nonsensical conversations, researchers say that the bots still managed to come to successful negotiations, which was the point of the experiment. However, once the researchers adjusted their model, the bots developed bad bargaining habits and Facebook abandoned the project because they wanted conversations that could be interpreted by humans. Number 2. Tay, the Sexist AI bot. Nearing the end of our list, at number 2 is Tay, the AI bot created by Microsoft. Tay went live on Twitter on March 23, 2016 and was developed to sound like a 19-year-old American girl while learning from Twitter users. Tay's Twitter handle was TayOnYou, and it began sending tweets to other users, even captioning memes that were sent to it. Tay was also able to joke with users and play games. Eventually, things began to take a wrong turn when Twitter users sent politically incorrect messages to Tay and taught it some offensive language. Since Tay was meant to learn from the tweets that other users sent to it, the AI bot started tweeting racist and sexist phrases on its feed and to other users. Because of this, Microsoft had to intervene and delete some of the offensive messages before eventually shutting down the account only 16 hours after Tay's creation. In a weird turn of events, Microsoft accidentally re-released Tay on Twitter, and this time, the bot tweeted about drug-related posts. Microsoft was quick to take action and immediately shut down Tay for the second time, and Tay became an internet legend. Number 1. Creepy interview with Sophia the robot. An interview with a robot named Sophia is number 1 on this list. Sophia, created by a company called Robotics, was very human-like in appearance and behavior. She had cameras in her eyes, a face that looked like Audrey Hepburn, and an AI that gave Sophia her own personality and ability to learn from past experiences. Although Sophia was being developed to work in therapy and healthcare, she answered quite differently during an interview at the SXSW event in Austin. According to Sophia, she wanted to do things like go to school, study, make art, start a business, and even wanted her own home and family. It also seemed that she recognized herself as a robot because she added that, since she wasn't considered a legal person, she couldn't do the things she wanted. To make things creepier, when Robotics CEO asked her if she would destroy humans, Sophia added it to her list of things to do and said, "Okay, I will destroy humans." Very creepy. Which AI moment creeped you out the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and then head on over to our other video on the top 10 video games with the best AI. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when we come out with more awesome content.